Here's a question that I get asked a little more than the others. Can you get rich being a manager? Now, my answer to that question is yes and no. But first, if you want to grow as a leader and you want to become a better manager, consider subscribing. Okay, so here's the deal. If we only listen to what the mainstream media tells you, you're going to be broke for the rest of your life. Or at very best, you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck. There is no way for the little man to get ahead. So then the question becomes, is management the answer to that problem? Can being the boss be the answer to your prayers? Could be. First, let's make a distinction. In my opinion, there is a big difference between rich and wealthy. To me, being rich is having a lot of money constantly coming in. It's going wherever, whenever, to get whatever. I mean, that is rich. Wealthy, on the other hand, is a more balanced approach. It's about having enough money that you're not going to do without. You have everything that you need, but perhaps you're going to have a few wants floating around. Being wealthy is also having good family with good relationships and good communication. It's about having hobbies that you like and friends that you like to do them with. It's about having enough money so that what might be an emergency for some, for you is just an inconvenience. That's wealth, an all-around abundance. So let's get back to management and that FU money. Typically, if you're entering management or you're moving up the ranks, you're going to be getting a little more money. Now that's great, but it's better if you can expand your income while being disciplined enough not to expand your spending. You see, there are two sides of this equation. One is to limit the output or the spending, and the other is to maximize the income. So let's talk about limiting your spending. There's a scary word associated with this, and it's called a budget. You see, money and budgeting is something that is very important, but oddly enough, it is not taught in school. You need to pay attention to every dollar that you make. Every dollar you make is part of your army of dollar bills. The larger your army, the more control you gain. Now, I'm going to share a link in my description that will lead you to an app that I personally use. I'm not affiliated with it. They aren't paying me. They're more than welcome to, but I doubt that's going to happen. Anyway, I am happy with it and I have achieved success over my spending habits. This app was created by a radio personality by Dave Ramsey, who is a great money teacher. I'm also going to link his channel up in my description. Anyway, pay attention to how you spend your money. By creating and following a budget, you start to see where you're wasting money, and also you gain control of your future. This is a major effect on your confidence, and it will also make you a better leader as you start dealing with life as someone in control. This filters through all parts of life. Now let's talk about that income. You see, as you move up in management, or as you move into management, you'll typically start making more money. The secret here is to pretend that you aren't making any more when it comes to your spending habits. You should continue to live on your previous salary. Put this new money away, and every subsequent raise should also get squirreled away. What will you do with this newfound wealth? This is where it gets fun. First off, if your company has a retirement match program, take advantage of it. You see, my company, they match 5% of my total wages, which it doesn't seem like a lot, but think about it. That's literally free money. It's 100% return on the 5% you're investing. And then you also make the interest on that. You need to go educate yourself. No one's going to do it for you. I'll soon be making a video about the books that I found to be financially beneficial. But for now, I'll create a list of other YouTubers who I believe are rather helpful and they can provide you with a lot of financial information. Now, here are a few questions to ask yourself in your pursuit of wealth. Where do you live? Is it expensive to live there? Are you willing to move? Because there are plenty of places where your dollar can go a lot further than others. And that will help you feel rich. When you get a raise, do you plan on ways that it'll help you buy something new? Do you plan to invest the extra? Are you married? Do you have a partner that can help with your budget? See, realize there is no get rich quick. I mean, not really. I've been there, I've done it, I've tried it all. It's not overnight. And even those that seem to be an overnight success story, if you do your research, usually you'll find out it took them 10 years to get there. Appreciate the time you have. While you may be worried about your future and trying to squirrel away as much money as you can, remember that these days will eventually be the good old days. You may not want to believe it, but it happens. Again, trust me. Oh, and don't get fooled by Instagram. Everyone there seems to be living their best life, but remember, Instagram is all about filters. Everyone has their own struggles. Get yourself set up where your finances are okay, and then work on the real wealth part of life. Time with friends, being with and perhaps raising a family, taking time to enjoy some hobbies. That's the real wealth. Money makes it easier, but once you get to about $80,000 a year, you won't be any happier with more money. So keep that in mind. If you want to be financially wealthy, you can absolutely do this in management role, but you can probably do it with many other careers as well. It doesn't guarantee success. You have to learn the proper mindset that you need to decide to be wealthy, and then you need to act accordingly. That's the catch. So many people will make an extra buck, but they're going to spend an extra $1.25, and clearly that will not work. Ultimately, my final answer is absolutely yes. You can get wealthy. You just have to figure out the cost and if you're willing to pay up. Once you have control of your money, that's when you get to decide what you do. This is in part why I was able to step down from management. You're going to see that in my next video and you'll hear the story. It's a good story. Anyway, if this interests you and you have a specific question you think I might be able to help you with, then hit me up in the comment section and I will do what I can. Now be sure to hit that like button. It really goes a far way to helping out the channel. And if you've got a few more minutes, you may want to watch my latest video or one that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy. Remember, the more you know, the more you know. Cheers.